The Atacama skeleton definitely looks like an alien. It has a weird, long, bulbous head.
It's just a completely unearthly image.
The desert has always been a fairly scary place for humans. From terrifying mummies to unexplained phenomenons. These are the most shocking things people captured in the eerie depths of these isolated sandy dunes.
We leave you tonight with a mummified mystery behind an otherworldly claim. A pair of alleged alien bodies was unveiled to Earthlings today.
Alien remains. Did you know the Andes might have been a vacation spot for extraterrestrials? Geologists exploring underground tunnels in Peru's Andes Mountains uncovered a hidden network of ancient galleries. Inside, they made a jaw-dropping discovery: alien-like remains. These mysterious bodies were preserved in incredible detail, featuring large black eyes and adorned with strange symbols in an ancient language. The markings on their heads and bodies added to the intrigue, leaving researchers baffled. The exceptional condition of the remains suggests either advanced preservation techniques or ancient methods lost to time. Could these be proof of visitors from another world? Alien-like fossil.
The Atacama skeleton definitely looks like an alien. 6 inches long, it has a weird, long, bulbous head, and it has 10 ribs when humans are supposed to have 12 ribs.
A tiny fossil measuring just 6 inches was discovered in Chile, sparking a wave of speculation. With its unusually large, oddly shaped head and only 10 ribs instead of the typical 12, it looked unlike anything seen before. In 2013, scientists from Stanford University conducted a full genome analysis, uncovering 64 unique genetic mutations affecting cell growth and bone density. The findings were groundbreaking, and researchers from the University of California, San Francisco confirmed that the skeleton was unlike any known human or animal. While it's not definitive proof of extraterrestrial life, it's as close as we've come to suggesting something truly out of this world.
Which might explain why Ada looked the way that she does. The fact of the matter is, those mutations are actually totally alien to us. We've not seen them in humans before, but they're definitely still in a human being.
Sahara Alps.
ما شاء الله تبارك كيف يعني اللي يشوف يقول مو ثلج.
One thing you do not expect to ever see in a desert is snow. But believe it or not, it is not that uncommon for this unlikely phenomenon to take place. It happened back in January 2022 in the Sahara Desert.
طبعا غطتها الرمال ما تساقط الثلج وصار كذا.
Adventurers didn't waste a second to book themselves a trip just to see this bizarre sight. It is not certain whether or not it will happen again, but it is no doubt shocking. Chinese dinosaur.
The fossil we've retrieved is about 70% complete. It was buried in a stratum that dates back to the early Jurassic period.
Exciting news from Yunnan province, China. 2 sets of dinosaur fossils from the Jurassic period, over 180 million years old, have been discovered. The first, identified as Lufengsaurus magnus, measures 5.3 meters long and includes well-preserved vertebrae and complete hind legs.
It is very rare to find such well-preserved dinosaur fossils from that period.
Scientists estimate the dinosaur was about 9 meters long in total, with 70% of the fossil intact. This remarkable find provides valuable insights into the environment and climate of the Jurassic era, offering a rare glimpse into the lives of these ancient giants.
The fossil we found will still aid in research concerning geography and dinosaur evolution, as well as the climate and environment at that time.
Alien hand. In January 2016, a mysterious discovery emerged from the Peruvian desert, a pale white hand that some believe could belong to an alien.
Hay dos metales, ¿no? Hemos visto dos anillos de metal, dos anillas.
The hand, preserved by the desert's natural mummification conditions, immediately captured global attention. It even had 2 metal rings embedded in it, adding to the intrigue. Unlike human hands, this one had 5 phalanges on each finger, compared to the usual 3. Researchers searched for fingerprints, but modifications to the hand may have erased any traces. Whether it's extraterrestrial or something else, the hand remains a fascinating enigma.
Por acá también había una, creo. Aquí hay una, vemos que sí.
A ver, muéstralo.
Sea dragon fossil.
The fossil of a 32-foot-long sea dragon. Well, it was found in the UK.
In the UK, a jaw-dropping discovery has been made. A 32-foot-long ichthyosaur fossil, the largest and most complete of its kind ever found in the country. Known as sea dragons, these marine reptiles resemble dolphins, but could grow up to 80 feet long. This particular fossil, estimated to be 180 million years old, is a treasure trove of information for scientists. With its massive size and near-perfect preservation, it's a reminder of the incredible creatures that once ruled the oceans. Desert Blo Hole. Workers in Saudi Arabia have found a new pastime in the desert. Take a look. They discovered a blowhole that shoots sand hundreds of feet into the air. First, the workers fill it up with enough sand by using a digger. I don't know the purpose of throwing the material into the hole, but it seems to be working. They repeat the process, not knowing why it even happens in the first place. The video ends with the men looking on, puzzled at the mysterious phenomenon. Mysterious pattern.
It has everybody talking. I mean, this is just something that, it chills you.
Back in 1990, a mysterious pattern started appearing all over the Oregon desert, and what makes it so cryptic is the fact that it was found on a dried-up lake bed. It was dubbed as the Sri Yantra design due to its similarity with Hinduism or Tantric Buddhism. Many conspiracists speculate it to be the work of extraterrestrials, as no one has ever provided a clear answer. Even military officials who discovered the pattern said they were mystified by it.
Why would somebody do this? It's incredibly time-consuming, a long period of time, and maybe a lot of money. Why would they do that?
Mummies of Nazca.
We to go to Peru and examine and see if these were fake or real or what were they.
Researchers began studying 3-fingered mummies that were discovered in Nazca, Peru back in 2017. Initial tests on the largest mummy, identified as female and carbon dated to around 1,700 years old, showed no signs of a hoax.
The size of this humanoid was 168 centimeters. It's practically my size.
While the mummy had humanoid features, its 3-fingered hands set it apart as something truly mysterious. Scientists are now comparing its DNA with both modern and ancient human records to uncover more about its origins. Could these mummies be evidence of an unknown civilization or something even more extraordinary? The investigation continues to captivate the world.
If it's human, if it's non-human, like I said, our whole mission is just pure curiosity. What could it be? And to honestly give a journalistic approach to that, that is our mission.
Ancient Greek art. While working on a research project, an archaeologist made an incredible discovery. As he dug through the soil, he noticed something green glinting in the dirt. Carefully unearthing it, he was stunned to find a valuable piece of ancient Greek art. This unexpected treasure, far from its origins, offered a fascinating glimpse into history. The archaeologist eagerly examined the artifact, excited about the new insights it could provide into ancient Greek culture. Imagine finding something like this hidden in your backyard. What would you do? Flowing desert. Even though it sounds pretty unusual, this scene of water swirling down a desert is pretty legit. The clip was captured in Dubai, where the desert can be seen flooded. This happened after heavy rainfall in the UAE that flooded the cities of the Northern Emirates. Well, the scene sure looks mysterious and sends chills down the spine. Lake appears. In the middle of Tunisia's scorching desert near Gafsa, something miraculous appeared, a mysterious lake. In a region where temperatures regularly soar past 100 degrees, this sudden oasis has left locals and researchers baffled. When it first emerged, the lake was a stunning crystal blue, but over time, it turned murky green, likely due to algae growth. Despite the change, people have been flocking to the lake to cool off in the desert heat. Theories about its origin range from seismic activity pushing groundwater to the surface to the effects of climate change. Whale Graveyard. In Chile's Atacama Desert, one of the world's richest fossil sites unveiled a haunting secret. 40 fossilized whale skeletons, preserved for millions of years. Scientists discovered that these whales had fallen victim to deadly toxins from ancient algal blooms, which once poisoned the waters they swam in. The graveyard at Cerro Balena offers a glimpse into a catastrophic event from the distant past, but it also raises eerie questions about the hidden dangers lurking in our oceans. What other mysteries lie buried in this desolate landscape, waiting to be uncovered and reshape our understanding of history? White chocolate. What you just looked at was no ordinary river, but rather an extremely rare phenomenon. There were rain and hailstorms in Iraq back in 2015, causing a river of frozen water to stream through the desert. This river may look mesmerizing, but it was also responsible for causing widespread damage, as the natural disaster was the reason many people lost their lives too. Dinosaur footprints. 2020 wasn't just a year of quarantine, but also strange discoveries. A paleontologist received thrilling news about dinosaur footprints discovered in South Africa and decided to investigate. Upon arriving at the desert site, he was amazed by the size of the prints.
We just found our first set of dinosaur tracks.
One particularly large footprint led him to believe it belonged to a Dilophosaurus, a dinosaur known for its distinctive features. Eager to uncover more evidence, he searched the area for additional clues, but no further discoveries have been made since. If more evidence is found, this could be a groundbreaking moment in paleontology, shedding new light on these ancient giants. Missouri's first dinosaur.
For the first time ever, a dinosaur has been found in Missouri.
Everyone remembers their first dinosaur discovery. And now, Missouri has its own groundbreaking moment to celebrate. The state, often overlooked for its paleontological potential, has unearthed its very first officially recognized dinosaur species. And it's a brand new genus and species.
It's also a new genospecies never uncovered before.
This massive duck-billed dinosaur, measuring between 25 and 30 feet in length, is a game changer for Missouri's scientific community. After being carefully excavated, the fossil was transported to the St. Genevieve Museum Learning Center, where it's now being studied and shared with the public. Bubling Sand. Something strange is happening in Gaza. The sand is bubbling up. This unusual phenomenon has everyone talking. Some believe it's a side effect of climate change, stirring up the ground in unexpected ways. Others wonder if natural processes, or even mysterious creatures beneath the surface, are causing the bubbles. Whatever the reason, the bubbling sand has turned the landscape into a fascinating and eerie wonder. Hair-raising phenomenon. Tourists visiting Kumtag Desert experienced a bizarre and extraordinary incident. As you can see in this footage, their hair began rising out of nowhere. As soon as this group of tourists reached the top of the desert mound, their hair stood up and a sensation-like sound started resounding. The event made people spooked out, but the reason behind this event was the electric charge of the clouds hovering above them. Whatever the reason, the sights sure look mystical. Predators buried deep. In 2019, during an excavation in Egypt, 10 mummified crocodiles were discovered buried just a few feet underground. The site contained scattered crocodile bones, and to make matters more difficult, they were buried together in a close proximity. But most surprisingly, one of the crocodiles was so well preserved that the mummy had hatchlings on its back. It is now a centerpiece at the British Museum, and the largest mummy in their collection.
The crocodile mummy is one of the most amazing things in our collection. It is the largest mummy that the British Museum owns.
Utah monolith mystery.
The mysterious monolith discovered in Utah. That desert, it just disappeared, but it wasn't taken by aliens or the government.
Remember back in November 2020, a 12-foot metal monolith was discovered in Utah's Red Rock Country, sparking global intrigue. State wildlife workers, checking on bighorn sheep, stumbled upon the bizarre structure, which looked like it had been dropped from another planet, or an alien art show. Was it a message from extraterrestrials, or a massive modern sculpture?
Okay, the intrepid explorers go down to investigate the alien life form.
Months later, the truth emerged. A group of anonymous artists had installed it as an art piece. While the mystery was solved, the monolith's brief appearance left the world captivated. Ancient tombs. Archaeologists in Egypt have uncovered something truly extraordinary. As they carefully unsealed the first coffin, they found a perfectly preserved mummy, its wrappings still intact, and a small part of the skull visible. But this was just the start. There were 12 coffins in total, each preserved in the same remarkable condition. In all, 30 coffins were discovered, hidden away to protect them from thieves and the elements. The vibrant blues and greens painted on the coffins were still strikingly vivid.
This is the beginning of one out of 18 wooden coffins. How deep? They said it's only 3 feet.
And experts believe these mummies were likely priests or other powerful figures from ancient times. The site remains active, with much more waiting to be uncovered. Oil treasure. While exploring a desert, a group of researchers stumbled upon something unexpected, a dark, bubbling spot in the sand. At first, they thought it might be a hole, but as they got closer, they realized it was a thick, black liquid oozing from the ground. To their surprise, it wasn't water, it was oil. The discovery of oil bubbling up naturally in the desert was both shocking and exciting. They quickly informed the authorities, who took control of the area to manage oil extraction. Let's keep it a secret before the US government finds out about it. Moving carcass.
I'm like, what is this? It's right here.
A lifeless bougainville skink, a lizard-like serpent still moving its tail. Though not venomous, this small creature's bite can cause pain and irritation.
I'm like, what is this? It's right here.
The skink's post-death movement is a defense mechanism common in the Cincinnati family, designed to scare off predators. Dinosaur fossil.
Scientists have unearthed a 100-million-year-old dinosaur fossil in WA. The Elasmosaurus is commonly found across inland parts of Australia.
Scientists in Western Queensland made a groundbreaking discovery, a 100-million-year-old dinosaur fossil belonging to an Elasmosaurus, a marine reptile that once swam through Australia's ancient inland seas. What makes this find extraordinary is that it's the first fully intact Elasmosaurus fossil ever uncovered.
Not so long ago, about 140 million years ago. It's the world's first discovery of the dinosaur fully intact after previous discoveries found the head detached from the body.
Previously, only partial remains had been found, but this complete skeleton offers an unprecedented look at the creature's entire structure. The Elasmosaurus lived during the Cretaceous period, and this discovery sheds new light on the prehistoric world. Given Australia's fossil history, it's only a matter of time before more ancient secrets are found. Fish River. Seeing water in a desert is rare, but what's even more rare is seeing a river of fish. The confusing video made the rounds on the internet last year. It shows tons of fish jumping around on the sandy dune. The peculiar sight was captured in the Thar Desert, Pakistan. But how did this happen? The reason was the flow of the river, which changed its course, forcing the stream of thousands of suffocating fish crawling on the sand. What could it be? Well of demons. A man in an undisclosed location came across a well in the middle of the desert. He heard sounds coming from it and decided to remove the lid. The screams that followed were scary, to say the least. It got worse when the same eerie incident was captured near the Euphrates River. This got people talking about the apocalypse and how the demons are about to be unleashed. Or perhaps they already have. Mystery object.
Oh my gosh, what is that?
In the Nevada desert, something bizarre was spotted cruising down the highway. A massive, high-tech object strapped to the back of a speeding truck. The futuristic design and sheer size had people speculating it might be part of a spaceship or secret government technology.
Oh my gosh, what is that?
As the truck raced through the barren landscape, curiosity soared. Was it alien gear, experimental tech, or something else entirely? The mystery object left everyone guessing and sparked countless wild theories. Diamond-shaped UFO. Imagine standing in front of Egypt's iconic pyramids, only to look up and see a diamond-shaped UFO hovering above. This surreal moment became reality when thousands of witnesses watched the mysterious craft spin and float in the sky, almost as if it were conducting a survey. Phones were out instantly, capturing the bizarre scene as the UFO performed smooth, deliberate maneuvers. The fact that this happened near the pyramids makes it that much more suspicious. UFO sighting. It's not every day you head out for firewood and stumble upon a UFO. That's exactly what happened to one guy in Toronto. While collecting logs, he noticed something shiny in the woods. A UFO just sitting there. What was it doing? Maybe the alien inside was looking for a bathroom. Naturally, he hid behind a tree and started recording. Things got even stranger when an alien-like figure stepped out, looked around, and hopped back into the craft. Moments later, the UFO zoomed off into the sky, leaving him with undeniable proof of his extraterrestrial encounter. Farmers' livestock. Farmers were left baffled and alarmed when their livestock began turning up deceased, partially eaten during the day. As they investigated, a strange creature appeared near the fields, a massive being nearly 10 feet tall, resembling a giant caterpillar with thousands of long, spindly legs. The sight of this bizarre creature crawling through the fields left the farmers both terrified and amazed. They couldn't help but wonder if this peculiar insect was responsible for the mysterious deaths, or if something even more sinister was at play. The mystery deepened as they tried to make sense of the unsettling events. Bigfoot Spotted.
An elusive creature. Alright, just squat it down.
Passengers on a train ride through southwest Colorado got more than just scenic views. They spotted Bigfoot. As the train rolled through the open landscape, the elusive creature was seen sprinting across the land. Covered in dark fur and moving with incredible speed, the sighting left everyone in awe. Many passengers scrambled to capture the moment on their phones, and with so many witnesses, the sighting felt undeniably authentic.
An elusive creature. Alright, just squat it down.
Imagine Bigfoot being the highlight of your trip. Now that's a story to tell. Mysterious discovery.
Seems more likely that this is a baby, elongated skull.
During a survey in Paracas, Peru, a geologist made a startling find. 2 elongated skulls buried together. One belonged to a young child around 1 or 2 years old, and the other to an adult, likely the parent. The intricate craftsmanship of the material binding the skulls suggested they were part of a royal family.
Work on the material that bound the skull shows that these are royal people.
The child's skull showed signs of early shaping, indicating the practice began at a young age. While some believe these skulls reflect ancient cultural practices,
So a 1-year-old baby whose skull has been elongated. That means the process obviously starts very early.
others speculate they could belong to beings from beyond our world. The mystery continues to spark debate and fascination. Peruvian ancient mummies. Peru's mummies are more than just historical treasures. They're a testament to the region's incredibly dry climate. Ancient civilizations, deeply rooted in their beliefs about life after passing, created the largest collection of mummies in the world. They buried their loved ones with personal belongings, convinced these items would accompany them in the afterlife. The arid conditions along Peru's coast played a key role in preserving these mummies, with the desert's dryness keeping them remarkably intact over centuries. Sadly, not all of these ancient remains remain in their rightful places. Some have been taken and are now used in rituals by sorcerers and healers who believe in their mystical powers. All that shines. While snapping photos in the vast Nevada desert, a tourist noticed something unusual, a bright, glowing object hovering in the sky. At first, they thought it might be a trick of the camera or a lens flare, but then they spotted something even more intriguing. The object was casting a shadow on the ground below. This meant it wasn't just a trick of the light, it was something solid, something real. Some believe it could be an angel or a divine presence, while others simply call it an unsolved mystery. Whatever it was, the sight left the tourist, and anyone who sees the footage wondering what could possibly shine so brightly in the middle of the desert. Mother's loving embrace.
This little museum is a 7 to 9 month old fetus of a baby with an elongated head.
Step aside. Ordinary museum exhibits. This discovery is anything but typical. At a small museum near Lake Titicaca in Bolivia, 2 fascinating skeletons have been examined. A radiologist believes they might belong to a mother and her offspring, possibly from around the time of birth.
I believe it's a young female who didn't die from trauma, and based on the skull, there certainly are a lot of human features, but it has an elongated skull, and so the question is that a genetic variant, or is that something that is non-human?
Among the findings is a fetus, estimated to be 7 to 9 months old, with a distinctly elongated head. This has led some to speculate that ancient people may have had naturally elongated skulls. However, one of the most intriguing theories is that these remains could belong to extraterrestrial beings. Authenticate a Lie.
We leave you tonight with a mummified mystery behind an otherworldly claim. A pair of alleged alien bodies was unveiled to Earthlings today.
Proof of extraterrestrial life was presented before the Mexican Congress just a few months ago. During Mexico's first public congressional hearing on unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAPs, the remains of non-human beings were unveiled. They were first recovered in Peru in 2017. The 2 stuffed bodies were said to be 700 and 800 years old. These remains have 3 fingers on each hand and elongated heads. This whole revelation made Mexico the first country to officially acknowledge the presence of aliens on Earth.
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked.
However, skepticism has been expressed by researchers, questioning the authenticity of details that made no sense. Ancient giant crocodile. These predators weren't just lurking in swamps, they were ruling the seas. Federico Fanti and his team made a jaw-dropping discovery in southern Tunisia, a 130-million-year-old marine crocodile fossil so massive that its head alone is longer than a sofa. Found in the winter of 2021, this ancient predator is rewriting history. Scientists once thought these giants went extinct much earlier, but this fossil proves they thrived 25 million years longer than previously believed. As the team uncovered more of its enormous body, they realized this discovery challenges everything we thought we knew about these ancient reptiles. Whale secret.
Wow, that's the skull?
Yes, exactly. And
How can you tell?
the tooth socket is right there.
Amazing.
Whale bones in the desert? It sounds impossible, but Egypt's Valley of the Whales is proof that the impossible can happen. This 200 square kilometer area is a treasure trove of ancient whale fossils, with nearly 1,000 uncovered so far. Vertebrae and skulls poke out of cliffs, as if these giants were stranded in time.
Other scientists believe that these might be crustacean burrows. Crabs, snails lived there.
Paleontologists believe the desert was once a deep ocean, while others think it was home to crustaceans like crabs. Elephant mouse.
They are actually more closely related to elephants than they are to shrews or mice.
In the African desert, researchers discovered a fascinating creature that looks like a mix between a mouse and an elephant. This newly identified species, an elephant shrew, has a furry body, a long tail, and a trunk-like nose, making it truly unique. Though it's about the size of a mouse, its elephant-like snout sets it apart. The shrew darts quickly across the desert, using its long nose to search for food. This tiny yet incredible discovery has scientists excited to expand their research in these remote, arid lands. Who knows what other surprises the desert might be hiding? Hiding in desert. This footage was recorded in the middle of the desert in Saudi Arabia, and the person tried to hide, but they had little to no cover because of the barren land. The alien spacecraft was seen analyzing the area, and it looked like they were meeting someone, and according to the source, the person they took away with them was wearing military clothes. But the strange part is, the outfit looked more like that of the American Army. It then flew away, and viewers were left baffled. Passage of time. What you are witnessing right here is not a mystic waterfall, but a sandfall. This enigmatic footage was captured in Saudi Arabia back in 2021, though it is not all sand. It is mixed with water as well. Over the years, the flow of water created a canyon, and when a river finds its path again, it carries sand with it, resulting in this. Looks like time is passing by for this desert. Watch your step. This door to hell is a Darvaza natural gas crater burning in Turkmenistan. It has been continuously burning for several decades. It is said that a Soviet oil rig fell into the crater in 1971, and a geologist decided to get rid of the rig by setting the pit on fire. The resulting gas-fed flames continue burning to this day. Honestly, looks like a scene straight from an apocalyptic movie. People even go inside the crater. If given a chance, will you be up to the adventure? Mysterious dragon. Who needs a compass when a giant dragon's your guide? While climbing a mountain in China, a man heard a strange creaking noise, like something massive shifting nearby. Curious, he scanned the area and spotted a gigantic, slithering dragon. Despite its enormous size, the creature moved with surprising grace and gentleness. At first startled, the man soon realized the dragon meant no harm. Instead, he stood in awe, marveling at its elegance and sheer presence. It's the kind of encounter that sounds unbelievable, unless you see it with your own eyes. Unusual craftlands. This took place in Yemen's desert, where locals witnessed an unusual object fall from the sky. The craft, with a futuristic and otherworldly design, landed in the sandy terrain, drawing crowds eager to uncover its secrets. Despite their efforts, the craft remained locked tight, leaving everyone baffled. Research is ongoing, but the mystery of this strange object continues to spark curiosity and speculation. Spoon trick.
Yeah, it's not magic. They cause the danger now for the counterfeit, not so as not to present.
A man performed a curious trick that left onlookers baffled. He placed 2 spoons between some rocks, and to everyone's amazement, the spoons began moving up and down on their own. The crowd watched closely, trying to figure out the secret. Some thought it was a clever gravity trick, while others wondered if an unseen force was at play. Despite the speculation, no one could quite explain the mysterious movement. Camels Carcass. In the desert, a deceased camel might seem harmless, but it can be surprisingly dangerous. Contrary to popular belief, a camel's hump stores fat, not water. After passing away, undigested water in the stomach allows microorganisms to produce gases like carbon dioxide and nitrogen. The desert heat causes these gases to build up, swelling the carcass like a balloon. As the skin dries and weakens, the pressure increases, making the carcass a ticking time issue. Even a slight touch can start a reaction, releasing stored gases and liquids. So, while it might seem tempting to search for water in a camel's hump, it's not only futile, but also hazardous. Stay safe and steer clear. Now it's time for subscribers' pick of the day. Following footage may be disturbing for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Discovering a mummy is always a sight to behold, but the one archaeologists found in Peru is nothing short of shocking. The male mummy was bound by ropes and was found in an unusual fetal position. With his hands covering his face, experts suggest that he met a shameful end. Although he is more than 800 years old, it is unsettling to uncover such an ancient, chilling sight. If I missed any discovery, let me know in the comments. I'll add them in the next one. And thank you for watching.